I will indeed take you to take a closer look at the project. So I'll start with the background. So if we look at numbers from 2021, conflict, violence, and other crises left a record 36.5 million children displaced from their homes. At the time, more than 450 million children, so that actually equals 1 in 6, were living in a conflict zone. So these children are all at increased risk of violence, abuse, neglect, and exploitation. At the same time, we had the COVID-19 pandemic, which had a uniquely damaging impact on populations already affected by humanitarian crises, exacerbating pre existing vulnerabilities and also increasing even further multi-sectoral needs, even more related to child protection. Then additionally, the context, we implement in are characterized by high levels of food insecurity and the lack of livelihood options. So, in this context, the 6 German joining forces members, as Caro already explained, joined forces to work on a global consortium project to improve the protection of vulnerable children and adolescents living in refugee, IDP, and host community settings. So, we operate in all 3 of them. The project is being implemented in 6 different countries. So we work in Bangladesh, Burkina Faso, Central African Republic, Colombia, Ethiopia, and South Sudan for a duration of 2 years. So the project kicked off in July of 2022 and will end in June 2024. The donor, German Federal Foreign Office, or GFFO, granted a 16 million euro grant for the German joining forces agencies to work on child protection in emergency settings. Every German joining forces agency therefore implements in 2 different contexts. So that means we have 12 different implementing partners across 6 different countries. And on top of that, we also have local partners for some of the consortium members. Then on this slide, you see the project outcomes. So as I already highlighted, in all 6 countries, the implementing and the local partners, with the support of their German-based consortium members and the consortium lead, which is Plan International, they work together towards the common objective of improved protection of vulnerable girls and boys through access to quality child protection, prevention, mitigation, and response services and support. So, as I already mentioned, we target vulnerable children and adolescents living in refugee settings, in IDP settings, but also in host community settings. And then the number of beneficiaries is shown right next to it. So, we aim to reach almost 400,000 persons directly, of which a little over 260,000 children and adolescents. And indirectly, we plan to reach almost 1.8 million persons. Yes, perfect. Thank you for hopping to the next slides. And then I will give you a very quick overview of the different outputs. So we actually have 6 different outputs and then added an output 0 as well, which relates to child-friendly feedback mechanisms. Since gathering feedback and incorporating feedback in our project implementation is key. Then the first output relates to improved knowledge, skills, and capacity of vulnerable boys and girls and adolescents to protect themselves from violence. So under this output, we organize child and adolescent-friendly awareness raising sessions. We do life skill groups. We establish and work in child-friendly safe spaces. We also offer different psychosocial support and psychological first aid services, and we distribute dignity kits. Then moving up a level to the caregiver level, we work on the improved ability of caregivers and families to meet protection needs. Under this output, we organize positive parenting sessions, and we also offer cash and voucher assistance and NFI or non-food items support to caregivers and families so they can reduce the drivers of child protection risks. Then moving up another level to the community level, the third output focuses on strengthened community level child protection mechanisms so we can promote and provide protective environments for vulnerable children and adolescents. And at this output, we work on community mapping exercises, and we also give material and financial support to community level child protection networks and groups, which also play a key role in the protection of children and in the implementation of the project. Then moving up another level to the fourth output, we work on the access to specialized child protection services. So this also includes timely and high quality case management services and referrals to multi-sectoral services. And we also aim to strengthen the local child protection referral pathways under this output. And we also work with children associated with armed groups and armed forces, but also with child laborers and child survivors of sexual and gender-based violence. Then the fifth output focuses on improved child protection coordination. So here we really aim to focus more on strategic planning, information sharing, capacity building, and the strengthening of standard operating procedures to improve humanitarian programming and to reduce child protection risks in general. So here we do a lot of training for non-child protection sectoral staff. And we also aim to improve collaboration and coordination in the humanitarian coordination groups. And then the last output actually relates to the integration of child protection and food security. So here we aim to strengthen evidence, programmatic tools, and advocacy for integrated child protection and food security responses. So we do that through country level workshops. We're also currently developing an online training package, which will be accessible to all. And we're also doing data collection exercises on the integration of child protection and food security.